I don't want any of you who care about me amidst the unknown number of people who don't not only don't care about me, he cannot stand me, whatever. Of course, they're reveling in this now, as is my aunt if she's watching, and she probably is. In fact, the chances of her not watching are just astronomically small. Considering the cruel shit she wrote in a comment when last time around they were telling me my mom was gonna die. They wanted my permission to, hasten it, to anyhow. I don't want anyone who cares about me to think that when I justifiably call myself a loser or a lowlife or what have you, that I'm calling myself a scumbag, because it's not the same thing. I know that I'm not that, okay? The other words are indicative of the indisputable fact that in society's eyes, I am the lowest of the low, and you really can't get much lower. But no, I'm not even remotely trying. I would never. I know I'm not a scumbag. Okay, I'm not saying that. But I am from multiple directions. Really, really sick. So fortunately for me, for whatever reason, it doesn't manifest in like the outside world, which means no one can do anything to me like they have repeatedly done to my mother. That being said, my only hope is really to get to Joe. Unfortunately for me finally facing the reality that was there all along. directly coincided, has directly coincided with it being the end of the line for my mother. And it's just too much for me. And my only hope, remember, I will never, ever, ever seek out help here. It will not happen. Okay? My only hope is to get to Joe. And even that's a slim hope, but it is my only hope. That's my permanent theme song. I listen to that every time I go out or guest. Difference between my mother yesterday and her new home. That's like unbelievable. Like I just visited her over the weekend. What I saw yesterday was just, it had me in a state of shock. Remember, these places always have to know that I don't drive. Of course they do, because if I drove in the hospital, when I'm in tears and just wanted them to wait till the next day, of course now they're going to be just vicious with me, and she's discharged and we can't keep her and you need to get her out of it. And then why don't you take an Uber, yeah? And so they all know. That's the whole fucking point. I have to constantly have in my life, constantly interact with professionals who get to reinforce, I get to be reinforced of what a fucking low-life loser I am in this life. But that would never be the case if I didn't have to interact with them all the time just because of my mother. See? And it will never again be the case if I could just get to Joe. I still have, even to this day, new subscribers. Even once in a blue moon, new people writing nice things, posting. And they're probably like, what the fuck? What is this? It certainly doesn't reflect my welcome to my channel. Yeah, because she was fucking fueled by insanity that is over with for good. That's why. She was a lie. She was not real. She was not fucking real. She was fueled by insanity. Her animation came from a lie. And now I have faced that full fucking head on. But it has coincided with my mom just going down and down and down. So of course you're not gonna get her in quotations. She was fueled by fucking insanity. She existed only because of that. She was not real. She was nothing but a mask. It was masking this. It was just waiting. The truth was just patiently waiting to someday, in quotations, destroy me, okay? My only hope is to get to Joe's. Don't make requests. She is gone for good. You can still find her. You can still... I won't go near her. The only time I'm forced to go near her is when I need to... when one of my videos reaches 500 and then I need to stick it in the most popular video thing. Then, of course, I have to catch a glimpse, but I catch glimpses, not watching. Okay? She was never real. You can enjoy her. You can enjoy watching Matthew Perry and Friends or whatever. And based on what I read in his memory, he was living a lie, okay? He was living a lie. He admitted it. He was giving so much joy to people. It seemed like he had his shit together, and he was miserable, and he was destroying himself, and it was a facade. So he was living one kind of lie, and I was living another. Even up to the end of how he died, people thought everything was going fine, and it wasn't. Hey, people in his life. To me now, looking at anything that used to, whatever, and still does for some people give you enjoyment, I am so far from that now, permanently, forever, for good, that it's not even, to me, it's not even me. It's not. Technically, I know that it is. Because we could always also go way back to pre-Donald Alicia's world, right? And a million times more, that isn't me. unless it goes away. People, total strangers, can still enjoy my stuff. No one's ever getting anything like that ever again. The only reason I still do this is because, again, I just wanted to get to Joe, and instead I have to be. I just wanted my mom and I to get safely to Joe's. That's all I wanted. And instead, I'm all the fuck alone, being forced to face how sick I was all the fuck along. And now with my mom is just, it's the end of the line for her. Too much. Too much. I should have known better. Oops, I forgot to turn this on. Hopefully this is recording. Or did I accidentally shut it off? I should have known. I should have known better than to have thought this universe was gonna even throw me crumbs. Should have known better. Fact is, it's permanently too late for me. But there might be a chance in fucking hell that the broken shell, the permanent shell of a human being will survive if I can just get to Joe. I mean, chance in hell also. I'm not even holding my breath on that. Really not. So don't make requests. don't think you're never, ever getting her again. Ever. What I did to myself, what I allowed to happen to me, I have to fucking live with that for the rest of my fucking life. I have to live with the fucking disgust. But God help me if I can. Oh my God. I just get to choose and want to be constantly reminded and faced with how what a low, low I am in this life. I wanted to take my mother. If there was no job, I'd be getting shit-faced every fucking day. Joe's my fucking beacon of light. My only beacon of light now that I fucking faced what was true all along. crashed here last night at, I don't know what time. Woke up, I crashed on top of the covers, woke up wide awake, went to sleep crying, crashed in the fetal position, no brushed my teeth, didn't wash my face. Remember, I went and saw my mom in the new place yesterday. They were nice. She was in like a catatonic state, and they don't know her. They think that's how she is, and don't know that 3 days prior, I mean, 4 days I visited her in the hospital. She was animated. She was, I mean, all I'm left thinking is, what the fuck? And I'll never know the truth. They're just like, oh, she's scared. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe you plunged her into horror when she's dying of thirst, and yeah, the doctor has her on a fluid restriction that she removed in the fucking morning, according to her. When I told her my mom's crying to me, number one, and number two, we have to be concerned always that she can choke. You can't take away her fluid and have her be eating and fucking choking, you know? I removed that this morning. It was just temporary. And she didn't. Well, guess what? She removed it that morning, supposedly, and yet it was carried over to the fucking nursing home. And if I hadn't, you know, if I wasn't with it and I questioned everything, I wouldn't even have known. Like, what the fuck? Do you know what the fluid restriction is? A measly 1,000 milliliters a day. A measly 32 ounces for the entire goddamn fucking day. Alright? So maybe that plunged my mom into horror. She was crying to me, and I told her a lie. I said, the doctor said it's lifted. Tell the nurses. And meanwhile, they didn't fucking lift it, and it carried over for a day and a half into the fucking nursing home.